Human beings have always searched for ways to make life easier. That's not new. Every generation creates tools designed to save time, reduce effort, and remove obstacles. In many ways, that's what progress is supposed to do. Cars replaced long walks. Smartphones replaced waiting. Streaming replaced physical media. Online shopping replaced crowded stores. Artificial intelligence is now beginning to replace mental labor itself. Convenience has become one of the defining goals of modern society, and to be fair, much of it is genuinely helpful. Technology has improved medicine, communication is faster, information is accessible, tasks that once took hours now take minutes. But every advantage carries a hidden cost if people stop paying attention. And that cost may be growing quietly beneath the surface of modern life, because while convenience makes life easier, it can also slowly weaken the human spirit if it becomes the center of how people live. That's the part few people want to talk about. Discomfort has always played an important role in human development. Physical discomfort builds strength. Mental discomfort builds resilience. Emotional discomfort builds maturity. Financial discomfort often teaches discipline. Failure teaches perspective. Responsibility teaches accountability. Most meaningful growth in life begins in situations people would prefer to avoid. Yet modern culture increasingly encourages people to eliminate all friction from their lives. Everything is designed to feel instant, fast, easy, effortless. And when people become too dependent on convenience, something subtle begins to happen. Patience weakens, attention spans shrink, tolerance for frustration decreases. People become emotionally exhausted by even minor inconveniences because they rarely practice enduring difficulty anymore. A delayed package creates anger. A slow internet connection creates stress. Silence feels uncomfortable. Boredom feels unbearable. That should concern us, because life itself is not always convenient. Relationships require patience. Parenting requires sacrifice. Leadership requires emotional control. Success requires delayed gratification. Purpose often requires struggle, and if people lose the ability to handle discomfort, they may also lose the ability to handle meaningful responsibility. That becomes dangerous not just individually, but culturally. A society built entirely around comfort can become fragile, not physically fragile, emotionally fragile, mentally fragile, spiritually fragile. History shows that strong civilizations are usually built by generations willing to endure hardship, responsibility, uncertainty, and sacrifice. But modern society increasingly teaches people to avoid discomfort whenever possible. Avoid difficult conversations, avoid boredom, avoid silence, avoid struggle, avoid challenge, avoid criticism. The problem is that avoiding difficulty does not eliminate difficulty, it only delays it. And delayed struggle often returns larger than before. This may become even more important in the age of artificial intelligence, because AI is rapidly increasing convenience in ways humanity has never experienced. People may soon rely on AI to write, think, organize, communicate, create, analyze, teach, advise. Some of that will absolutely improve productivity. But if people stop exercising their own minds, judgment, creativity, and discipline, they risk becoming dependent instead of empowered. That distinction matters. Tools should strengthen human capability. They should not slowly replace human growth itself. And that's where balance becomes essential. The goal is not rejecting technology. The goal is avoiding passive dependence on it. Technology should support human potential, not quietly reduce it. That means intentionally doing difficult things sometimes. Reading deeply instead of endlessly scrolling. Learning skills manually before automating everything. Having real conversations instead of hiding behind screens. Practicing discipline even when convenience offers easier shortcuts. Choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Because while convenience feels good in the moment, character is usually built somewhere else. It's built in the early mornings no one sees, the difficult workouts, the uncomfortable conversations, the setbacks, the responsibility, the moments when quitting would feel easier. Those experiences shape people, and ironically, the people who willingly embrace challenge often become the most calm, capable, and confident individuals later in life. Not because life became easier for them, but because they became stronger. That may become one of the defining human advantages of the future. In a world increasingly optimized for convenience, people who maintain discipline, patience, resilience, and deep focus may stand out more than ever before. Because convenience can simplify life, but struggle still develops human beings. And perhaps one of the most important questions people must ask themselves moving forward is this: are we using technology to improve our lives, or are we slowly allowing comfort to weaken the very qualities that make us capable of living meaningful ones? Convenience can make life easier, but discomfort is often what makes people stronger. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Cheers for now.